y'all doing? I just spent some time in Texas, and I want to completely change the mood of this room right now. This is a supportive, wonderful, warm room. I want you to go right now to one of those rooms you've been in on other occasions. Rooms that are a sea of panic, where people are fearful. You can hear the fear in their tightened vocal cords. You can see it in their shaking hands. People in the room have their crackberries out, sending their resume off. I want you to imagine being in that room. Now, industrial psychologists are placed in that room to manage this sea of panic because they know it's coming. Why is it coming? Because a gentleman whose nickname is Chainsaw is the new president. What these industrial psychologists don't predict is some pretty significant islands of calm. During one of the breaks, one of the psychologists walks over to a gentleman and says, "Excuse me, are you not aware that Chainsaw is coming in?" And the young man says, "We were aware in our team, because we work for Susie, that something like this was happening way before anybody in the company. And the reason that this is an island of calm is because our leader, our supervisor, our manager, always does right by us. We trust her, and if it is humanly possible, she's going to help us survive Chainsaw." And that's why I envy frontline leaders, and I love helping train them, because it's not the president of the company. Sure, they can whack your department. Is that a problem? No, it's a condition. Do we have any control over it? No. What do we control? That little island. And we have absolute control over the environment that happens in that island. Don't we? Okay. When you bring us in for training for front-line supervisors, I just want to mention a few of the things we're going to cover, and then I'm going to focus on one training example. Successful completion of the seminar will increase participants' knowledge and ability to assess their leadership style and learn how to flex to meet the needs of other people. Pretty important, right? How about another one? Avoid common mistakes when supervising others. Would we like to do that? Okay. Now, what about build morale and provide a motivating environment? Do we want to do that? Okay. So, I'm going to focus on one tool that will help in many of these areas over the next few minutes. How many people think that accountability in your workplace is important? Show of hands, please. Okay, cool. We're in agreement, just a little bit. Now, how important is a leader who is willing and able to hold their staff accountable on a rate of 1 to 10? 1 being least. Is it a 1? Or is it a 10? Show of hands if it's a 10. That holding people accountable is, okay, and the rest of you are undecided. All right? Is it a 1? Or is accountability a 10 in our organization? It's a 10, isn't it? Okay. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, your new supervisors and managers, what would you say their skill set and willingness is to hold people effectively accountable in the right way, the right people for the right task at the right time? Is it a 1 or is it a 10? Let me see your hands. Is it a 10 in your organization? Congratulations to you people. Now, how many people it's more near a 1? All right. Okay. Since I can't really see you with the glare, is it bad? Is it better now? Okay. What I'd like you to do right now is stand up, and we're going to demonstrate a little story that will help you show people how to hold other people accountable. Stand up. Come on, get to your feet. Please, if you have mobility issues, stay in your chair. We learned that from our OSHA guy before. Now, how many of you, by a show of hands, have ever seen a Godzilla movie? Okay? Cool. We got more hands up for Godzilla than anything else today. All right, now we remember how Godzilla happens, right? The intrepid explorers are tromping through the jungle, and then they climb up. Somehow it's in the jungle and in the mountains at the same time. And they come up and they see a nest, and what's in the nest? Eggs. Ooh, cool. You've all seen the movie. And the intrepid explorers stand around and they go, eggs. because it's subtitled. And then while they're standing there, one of those eggs cracks open, right? What comes out? How many people knew that lizards had eyelashes until that point? No? The cutest little baby lizard you have ever seen. Now, one of the intrepid explorers said, kill it. And the rest of them say, no, it's just a cute little baby lizard. It's so pretty. Lashes, baby, cute. So, somewhere, depending upon the movie, 6, 15, 20 years later, downtown Tokyo, hospital, train station, retirement home, another retirement home, aging population in Japan, train station. What do we do to Godzilla then? You have never seen this movie. Bullets bounce off? Do bombs work? Gas work? No. When your Godzilla becomes fully grown in your organization, there is nothing that HR or senior management can do unless you are willing to lawyer up or buy them off. Is that not right? So, what are some of the issues we have? Do we have whiners? How many people have whiners? Have negaholics? Okay, you can sit back. No, you can't sit back down because we have to do the exercise. How many of you have chronic tardies in your organization? Absenteeism? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to train your leaders when we come in to do an exercise, and it's called killing baby Godzillas. And I want you to practice right now. First time somebody comes in tardy, you say, excuse me, set hours. 9 o'clock, you're here at 9:15, 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do when we come into your organization is give your frontline leaders the confidence, the skills, the ability, and the action plan to hold people accountable. And that will lead to wonderful things. How many of you, again, by a show of hands, have children? Okay, one more time. How many of you were children? Cool. Okay. How do we show our children that we love them? We hold them accountable. Do you let them sit and play Nintendo when they're supposed to be doing homework? If you want them to be receiving tax money instead of earning tax money, yes. So, here's our promise to you. We're going to teach your frontline leaders many skills that they can roll up their sleeves and do better tomorrow. And we're going to help them put an action plan in place to where the next day they're better, and the day after that they're better, and the day after that they're better. Because we've done this before, and we know what it feels like not to hold people accountable. And I want to thank you very much.